All right, guys, happy Monday, January 9th. We're going to keep it short, sweet, and to the point today. For one of our first times ever, we're actually having a guest on the call today. And the guest on the call today is Zenlist. And the reason why these people are going to be on the call today to share with you, to do a quick 30-minute training or less, is because this is going to give you an advantage when you're sitting at the table with your sellers and when you're working with your buyers. It's going to give you some huge advantages. So I want you guys to tune in today, take some notes, because this is going to be a competitive edge that each of you will have because of this service. So we're going to dive right in. If there's any guests that are here today or team members, if you have somebody that's a guest that you'd like to introduce, let me give you the mic for a quick moment. Do we have any guests on the line today that would like to say hello? Any team members, introductions? 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. I'm actually going to turn the mic over to Karina for a quick teaching moment of the week. Karina, let's go to you.
Hey everyone, so in Slack, there is a poll about future trainings and things that you want to see over the coming year, whether that's speakers that you think are really interesting or topics that we need to address or whatever. Please respond to that poll. It's in the general channel. It's a few posts up now, but that way we can help provide more value for you and more, hopefully better teachable moments in the future. Thank you.
Awesome. You guys, it's really important. We've said this before, but we have to iterate it one more time. As soon as you guys get into contract, go into teamfastescrow.com and log that escrow. It is super important. We want to have the ability to know exactly how to put your name in lights, support you, be able to forecast, all those things, you guys. It's important that as soon as you get into contract, you go to teamfastescrow.com and update the tracker. So you guys, let's get right into some things. Let me pull up my screen, boom, bam, and we'll just go ahead and get rolling. All right, guys, so tons of things going on. I've seen events. I saw somebody speak at an event this last weekend for her first time for a crowd like that. So I want to know what's going on, you guys. What community events, what's happening, what are you a part of, what's coming up on the agenda? So let me turn the mic over to you guys for quick community contribution. Does anybody have anything going on that they want to share with the group? Going once? Going twice. All right, Lisa. And if you guys do have a hand, make sure to raise your hand with the emojis down below. That way I don't miss anybody. Let's go, Lisa.
Hey there. So I actually just got off the phone with CHW, which is Community Housing Works. So hopefully for 2024, we'll continue this partnership. So I did a few workshops for them. They're based in San Diego, but they have a few communities up north. They have a large one in Fresno, a community of about 400 units. And then locally, there's one near Arden, one coming up in downtown, and one in Rockland. So hopefully that is just a new partnership that continues on for 2020.
Love it. Love it. Awesome. Awesome. Anybody else have something that they want to share, an upcoming event that they want to talk about? I think I see a hand in Sac. All right, cool. Let's go, Sacramento.
Hi, good morning. Good morning. So if you remember, on December, I did a breakfast at my condo community. I had about 40 people through. And so I asked for feedback on what do you want going forward, because that is my farm. So yeah, the 20th, on the 3rd Saturday, I'll be doing another breakfast for my community, and that's about 400 residences. But I've been asked to do exercise class, bunco, pickleball, you name it. And so we're gonna eventually have it tied to a nonprofit, because that community, they just want community. So I'm building community within my community. So I'm going to be the mayor of Timberlake.
I love this. I absolutely love this. And I love the cause, I love the purpose, I love the energy. So vote for Maria as mayor. So I love this. I love this. I think I saw another hand go up. I think of Heidi. And you guys make sure to leave your hand up with the emoji down below so I don't miss you. Heidi.
Yes, Elias, I got approved at UC Davis's Children's Hospital to volunteer in the terminal ward. I'm going to be going there once a month. And it's really not to get business, but just to let people know that I am there. And I think sometimes when you do this kind of work, it gives you a meaning of who you are, and that we are self-employed. We are here to service the community, but we're also here to be here for the communities and their families when they're going through challenging times.
Wow. Wow. I love that. I love that, Heidi. And so anything we can do to support, but I absolutely love the cause. I love the purpose. So great job. Anybody else have anything that they want to share before we go on? All right, cool, you guys. Let's get right back into this. Present, boom. All right, let's get into new escrows from the last couple of weeks. You guys have definitely been busy. Will got in a contract for 195 and Oliver 210, 339, and then Will and Derek once again for 350. Derek, I see that you are on the call right now. So Derek, I don't know if Will's on the call. Let's go over to you. Let's have you talk about this deal that you guys put on the board for 350. Talk to us about where it was located, what the strategy was, and what you were experiencing in the market. It's been a busy couple of weeks for you guys. So let's hear from you, Derek.
This was an up city lead that I had received. I think it was like the day before New Year's Eve. Lady lives in Santa Barbara, looking to move to Auburn, and she wanted to rock and roll because everything that she looked at was getting picked up fast. So Will was actually he was driving through Auburn on New Year's Eve. So he stopped, did a virtual tour. I think the 2 days later, we submitted an offer, and it was accepted.
Beautiful. So she never saw the home. She still hasn't seen the home.
Correct. She works in property management, multi-state property management. She used to be a mortgage lender, so she's very familiar with the process. She did her research. She fell in love with the pictures, the video tour, the virtual walkthrough, and it's a beautiful place, priced right. So.
Beautiful. Well, congratulations to you. Congratulations to Will. Looking forward to, hopefully seeing you guys this week. Let's continue on. Keelan representing also from the Sac area for 373. Roxanne got in a contract for 500, and Joseph Chin got in contract on a flex deal for 530. Congratulations, Roxanne. I think I saw your phone appearing here. Would love to hear from you. It's been a minute. I know you've been traveling. No, she's studying for her license in Florida as well. So Roxanne, you want to talk to us about this deal?
Hey, you guys. I'm sitting here in Costco.
Oh, good morning, honey.
Hi. Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. This transaction was quick and fast. My buyer got qualified, and within a week, we're in contract. She's just ready to go. That was it. Easy as that. We looked at 3 houses and we're in contract.
I love it. I love it. I'm happy for you. Congratulations. But I wanted to ask, is your place done in Florida?
In 2 months. It's done in Florida.
Perfect. I'm booking 2 trips out there. All right. Well, hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's good to see you. Grab me some Aussie bites while you're there. Thank you. We're going to move on. Congratulations to everybody in this category. All right. Frida got in contract for 559 to 572. Hector got in contract for 650. Babette got in contract for 670. And Jonathan got into contract for 700,000. So congratulations to everybody that made it on the board in these categories. Who do I have on? All right, Hector, big dog. Let's hear from you. I want to hear your strategy. What city? What are you experiencing? Let's hear it all, my man. Take the mic and share with the group how you won on this transaction. Let's go.
Good morning. Thank you. This was actually a multiple counter situation in Antioch, newer home developed in 2015. The strategy for my client was a quick close, and I guess we beat out the other 3 offers by 5,000, but they were looking at terms really. So I focused hard on that, my strengths on my clients, and great communication with the listing agent, and we were able to ratify.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, congratulations, my man, and Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to everybody, but it's good to hear from you. George Martinez got into contract for 742. Great job, George. Let me see if I have George on the line today. George, no, I have JJ on the line, but George, congratulations to you. Let's keep cruising on. Will got in contract for 780. Ilona and Ina got in contract on an Op City for 850,000. Ina, I see you on the screen. I would love to hear from you. Talk to us about the strategy, what worked, what you guys are experiencing. Let's have you take the mic, Ina. Let's hear from you. Ina, that's your cue. I don't think Ina sees me or hears me. I see her shaking her head, talking. Ina. All right. Well, we will keep cruising on. Congratulations. Ilona, are you on? All right, cool. We'll just keep cruising on. All right. So Jonathan and Stephanie Pelasama got in contract for 900. Stephanie's been focused on another part of her career, but it's amazing seeing her, no matter what, still put up contracts. And so great job to these two. Eric King and Jing Fang got in contract. Eric got in contract for 775 and also for 1450. But Eric, don't go too far, my man. I'm going to come back to you in a moment. And Jing Fang, who is new to the team, but not new to real estate, she put up her very first fast deal with us, and that was for 1795. So Jing Fang, welcome to the team. Looking forward to seeing you grow and contribute to the team and grow your own team at a very high level. So you guys, let's go right into our fast story of the week. So Eric, you are our spirit animal. You have 2 pending transactions, but the reason why I felt I wanted to make you the fast story of the week is because you told yourself a goal 5 years ago. One of these sales happens to be his personal sale for his family. And so we're really excited for you. I'm so proud to see you grow as a person, as a father, as an agent. You are a spirit animal. You are a super dad. My man, I wanted to turn the mic over to you and just congratulate you on all the things that you've been able to accomplish. And so wanted to make you story of the week. So Eric King, my man, let's go. Let's hear from you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, as Elias mentioned, I started this business 5 years ago. And when I did, I told myself that I was going to buy a house within 5 years. And so I'm really proud of myself. And, you know, I really couldn't have done it without this team and the mentorship that I've received from Karina and Kenny and Elias and all my other teammates. But also learning a lot from like Dan Sundberg and JJ, you know, who, you know, I mean, like, so the house I bought, and check this out too, guys, is that I could have probably bought this house year 2 or year 3 because, you know, it only cost me $40K out of my pocket because I used my commission for all the closing costs. And it is a single family home with an ADU in the back. So right now I'm paying $4,000 a month in San Francisco for rent. And with this new mortgage, it's about $5,600 because rates have gone down a little bit. And the ADU I can rent out, according to the Furnish Finder people, the average rent for a studio that size is $1,600 to $2,300. So if I'd say conservatively, I can get $2,000 a month. I'm actually paying less for my mortgage than I am currently for my rent. So, you know, as people that sell homes, like, I think it's important. We got to practice what we preach, and house hacking for me made the most sense, especially in a higher rate environment. But I'm kicking myself in the head because all it's taken me is $40K. I had $40K year 2, you know what I'm saying? But I think the hang up for me was thinking that this was such a big obstacle. Like I over obstacleized it, if that's not a word, but you know what I'm saying? I made it a bigger obstacle for myself than it was. And so that, like, I'm going through this process myself, I'm learning a lot, and now I could advise my clients even better throughout the whole process. So guys, buy your house. It's not as hard as you think it is, and it's not as far away as you think it is. Like I said, I think I could have done this half the time. And also I could have bought when rates are like 3%, but it's all good because the point is I'm still going to be paying less than what I am for rent. And now I grow equity and appreciation and have a place to raise my son and my family. So I'm pumped. I can't wait. Also, I'm moving to Santa Rosa. So listen up, people. If you have any North Bay, Marin County, Sonoma County referrals, please send them my way. I'm trying to establish and become the mayor of Santa Rosa. Which I'm going to because the agents out there are pretty budget. And if any of you are on the call and are agents in Santa Rosa, I'm sorry, but I'm taking over. So thank you all.
Man, I absolutely love it. Congratulations. Way to set it out into the universe. And like you said, he could have done it, but don't over obstacleize things. I absolutely love that. Congratulations to you, my man. It's just been cool to see your growth over the last 5 years. So congrats to you. Congrats to the family. And yeah, man, so happy for you guys. Can't wait to come up and see the place. All right, guys, we wanted to send a special message out to everybody on the team that has helped us grow over the course of the last few months. You guys have been really, really busy with your agent to agent referrals. And what I love is that when you guys introduce us to somebody, Kenny or I, we have a duty, we have a responsibility to make sure that we truly, truly articulate the value that these potential team members are going to have with aligning with us. And so we wanted to give a huge shout out to everybody on the screen that has helped us grow, that has brought in agents into our environment. And we always say, let us do the heavy lifting. You make the introduction, introduce them into this beautiful environment, and then let the company train, coach, and develop them and get them successful. So congratulations to everybody that has brought somebody onto the team, referred somebody, and is building their own organization. So if your name is on here, thank you. And once again, you guys, if you know anybody that's thinking about making a change, just make an introduction to me. We'll get on a call and we'll, see if they're a good fit. And so congratulations to each of you guys for helping yourselves grow and helping the company grow. So you guys, quick snapshot of our production over the last couple of weeks. You guys were able to put up 19 new transactions, over $13 million in volume. So congratulations to you. Job well done. And we are just getting started. We're not just slowly starting out the year. We're going to start this year off with a full head of steam, and it's evident in the numbers. Marketing resources. Do we have any updates here, Molly, Kenny, or anything new that we need to share before we start to wrap? Yes or no? No? Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, cool. Let me continue.
Not specific marketing. What kind? It is marketing, but not specific company marketing. Zillow Showcase, the free stuff is over. The form still works. As of tomorrow, January 10th, if you want Zillow Showcase, you have to pay for it, just like every other agent that has access to Showcase. So we were using up the last credit. We were able to use 20. We provided 20 free packages to the team in the last 2 months.
Awesome. All right, guys. So a couple reminders looking ahead. We want to make sure that if you have not reserved your tickets now, or reserve your tickets, purchase the tickets at only $20. This is not a team event. This is an industry event, but team members are absolutely welcome. There is a star-studded lineup. We have some of our own team members speaking on stage. Patty Goodspeed will be there, Necka Jenkins, Brian Schran, the Bellings brothers, Ashley Jurovich, Vernon, Peter, Vanessa, Ophelia is going to help me co-moderate. It's just going to be a great event for you guys to fill yourself with ideas as we begin the new year. So Focus and Fire tickets are still available. They will sell out, and so grab yourself a spot. And if you're thinking about bringing someone to our environment, it's an awesome way for you to say, hey, I'm going to buy your ticket to this event. I want to get you in the room. It's going to be great. We'll probably do some networking and food afterwards as well at the office. So make sure to grab your tickets. This is going to be a lot of fun. The Eventbrite is on my social. It's on Kenny's social, as well as the QR code is right here. More information, if you need any details, hit me up. All right, guys. Make sure that you are reserving this on your calendar. We are doing our year in review meeting. That is Tuesday, February 6th. It's in lieu of our team meeting that we do on Zoom. That's going to be in person in Oakland. And if you guys have been to any of our past year in review meetings, these are a hit. This is our opportunity to celebrate you, give out awards, make some special announcements for the people that have contributed in our space. It's just a fun event. Make sure that you guys are there and reserve that time on your calendar now. So you guys, what I'm going to do now is I am going to gracefully pass the mic over to ZenList. And you guys, I want you to tune in. I want you to take some notes, because I promise you this product, this tool, once shown, is going to open your guys' eyes, and it's going to create a huge advantage for you when you're working with your consumers. So Molly, are we all set and ready to go with our guest speaker?
No, I just sent you a chat. They're not in the room yet. We're just following that.
She just joined.
Okay.
Literally.
No pressure, Jesse. I just did an amazing introduction for you, Jesse. And so I will tell you this. We get on a lot of of Zooms, and people talk to us about their products, and it doesn't always hit for us. We see this as a huge advantage for our agent population. So Jesse, the mic is all yours, the floor is all yours. I'm going to mute myself. Let's go ahead and welcome Jesse Gilbert with Zenlist, and she's about to put you guys on game with an amazing tool that's going to elevate all of us as agents. So let's go, Jesse.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for the invite. I'm really excited to be here with y'all. I'm sorry I missed the intro. But I'm excited to talk with you about exclusives, and I've got a couple of slides you can take screenshots of and things like that, and I can see this is being recorded. So we're just going to talk about kind of what exclusives, EXP exclusives are, how to sign up to access them, and how to actually put them into use. So I'll go ahead and share my screen here. And I've got a little agenda that I like to follow. It keeps me on track. So we're going to talk about, again, what the exclusives are, how to sign up and access them, and then how to get started with them on Zenlist. So depending on whether or not you were at EXPCon, I'm sure some of you may have heard whisperings about what the EXP exclusives are. This might be news to some of you here. So EXP exclusives was an initiative launched by the EXP team at EXPCon in October. And it's going to grant access to 2 different listing networks for all of their 90,000 plus agents. So it's going to give them all of the MLS listings by an EXP agent, but it's also going to give them access to all off-market listings as well. So these are the pre-market, pocket, off-market, private. There's a lot of different synonyms used to describe these EXP exclusive listings. And this initiative is going to give you access to both of them in the US and Canada, global coming very, very soon. So it's similar to what happens day to day in different sales meetings, where we kind of go around the group and we talk about listings that are coming soon to the market. I got the paperwork back for 123 Main Street, and it's going live in a couple of months. It's the similar process. It's just digitizing it. So rather than trying to wrangle these coming soon listings from Workplace, and I've seen Google Documents, I've seen Excel sheets, I've seen all of these different kind of makeshift ways to manage these coming soon listings. Zenlist is going to digitize it, so you don't have to keep anything in your brain space. It's all updated in real time. It's searchable. You can share it with your clients very easily. So it's going to just create a process around that that's going to expand upon any systems that are already being used. So a little visual, you've got those 2 different buckets. You have the MLS listings from all EXP agents. We actually noticed the other day that we have MLS listings globally from EXP. So you can search global MLS listings from, there were some in India, there were some in Mexico, things like that. And then you also have that bucket of office exclusives, which are the off-market or pre-market listings that we'll focus on. Funnel it all up, and it's all going to be powered by Zenlist. So when we talk about EXP exclusives, you're going to use the Zenlist application to access those, and I'll show you how to sign up for all of that. So I always like to talk about different reasons why you might choose to list as an office exclusive. Depending on your exposure to them, these different use cases are really helpful. We've heard lots of really good examples about the ability to pre-market your listing without accumulating days on market. So if you're finalizing photos or staging, you can list as an office exclusive and share that within your EXP network without accumulating those days on market or reflecting price changes and things like that. It's also a great option for privacy concerns. We spoke with an agent who was from a small town, and there was a local family farm that was going on the market, but they didn't want that syndicated publicly because they didn't want everyone to know just yet. And that's a great option if you have anything that is private, or you have any high-end clients, any high-profile clients that maybe don't want their address syndicating everywhere. It's a great option for that. As well as testing the market, building hype. It's a great option for new constructions that maybe aren't ready for the MLS yet. You can also use this to kind of limit showings. I use that example a lot in December around the holidays. And also a really, really good example for distressed listings. I think they're kind of far and few between at this point in time, but it's a really great option as well if you have anything that's considered distressed. So to sign up for office exclusives, if you haven't already, you'll just go to zenlist.com or download our mobile app. It's available in the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. You'll just download it, and then you'll be brought to a screen that looks something like this. I highly recommend choosing the last option to continue with EXP. That'll connect your Octus login to our backend system, and everything just kind of comes together. We know exactly who you are, and we'll create your account automatically. But you can choose any email you like. You can use any of these sign-in methods. If you're asked for an MLS ID, you're going to choose EXP as your local MLS rather than your actual local MLS, because that database of listings is being treated as an MLS in our backend system. So the easiest way to do it is through that continue with EXP option, but you can choose any of them here. And I'll recap this towards the end too, so there's no need to scramble. We'll make sure everyone knows how to sign up. So let's dive in. Let's talk about Zenlist. I'll show you the platform, show you how to search for these listings, how to enter them as well. Thinking about it. There we go. Okay, so when you open Zenlist, you're going to be brought to a screen that looks like this. This is your home base, your dashboard, your command central. This is going to be where you come to manage everything in Zenlist. Across the bottom of your screen, you'll have this main navigation where you can see all of the different options available to you. I'm going to start in the search tab just because I want to show you what the exclusives look like, and then we'll go into how to enter them. So when you open the search tab, you'll be defaulted probably somewhere pretty random in the United States. You can zoom out and modify the location anywhere you like. There will be a prompt in the top left corner to set a default map location, and that will be where your map opens each time you start a new search. So little pro tip along the way, but you can change that in your account at a later date. All of these black dots are the office exclusives that have been entered into Zenlist to date. So there's about 267 I'm seeing right now. This is a fairly new program. This is a really new initiative by EXP. Like I said, it was launched in October, and then we all went into the holiday season. So there's been a lot of activity and growth we've seen in this in the last couple of weeks. And there's new listings being added every single day. You can search by listings in any other way that you're similar to searching. You can enter different locations like cities, towns, schools, things like that. And then in your filters option in the top left-hand side, you'll have a complete list of filters you can search by. These follow RISO standards, so you can search for everything from pools to pets to bedrooms, price ranges. All of that is available to you. And this is also where you'll search or swap between the exclusive network, which are only in Zenlist, and you'll have the EXP network, which are all of the MLS listings. And I can zoom out and show you I think we counted there's like 232,000 this morning, if I can get them all to populate over there. So you've got this global MLS system in EXP, and the goal is, I mean, if we use our imagination, we kind of all hold hands and band together, is that the exclusives tab could look like this tab and have hundreds of thousands of listings in it in the near future. So it's a great resource. I'll swap back to the exclusives so I can show you what those pages look like. I'll just swap over into the tile view in the top right, and this will give me kind of a preview I can use to look through the different listings. This one, it's in North Carolina, it's close to home, so we'll pick that one, close to home for me. And it'll open the listing details page for you, so you can see all of the photos that have been entered. And you also have on the right all of the listing information that the agent has entered, as well as their contact details. If you need to contact them for any reason, you can send them a direct message in Zenlist. You can email them, call them, whatever you may need. There are a couple really good ways to share this with clients. So we'll talk about how to enter them, but maybe you have a client that might be a good fit for this, or you have a referral that you might want to share with this agent, whatever the situation is. You can share this listing by sending it inside of Zenlist to any of your active clients. There's a whole side to Zenlist for search and collaboration that I won't really even touch on, but that's how Zenlist started. Back in 2016, it started with this collaboration platform for agents and their clients to bring everyone together and have a collaborative and shared environment. So if that's something you're interested in, we can talk more about it, but you can send this listing directly inside of Zenlist if you have a client active on Zenlist, or most of the time you'll probably use this public branded page, which will allow you to share this listing externally outside of Zenlist. If I open an incognito, I can show you what it looks like. So you'll have this nice branded landing page. It'll have all of the listing information, so I can see that this is coming soon. My clients will see all of this. They'll have the property description. They can flip through all the photos as well. Everything that I just saw on the other page is copied here for my clients to review. And I can share this link in a text message to my clients, in an email, on my, if I have a Facebook thread with them, I can send it in a Facebook message, WhatsApp, whatever platform you're using, whatever line of communication you have with your clients, you can share this link to. And if it's something that they want to explore more, they can actually request access to Zenlist as well, which will allow them to become a client of yours, and they can search the office exclusives alongside you. You'll be able to see what they're doing, all of that collaboration stuff that I'll kind of skim past for today. So those links are a great option to share any office exclusives within your client network. When you're ready to add an office exclusive, you'll come into the My Listings tab of your main navigation. This is going to populate all of your MLS listings. So anything you have currently active on the market should populate here. There's no need to re-enter those or update in both places. We receive all of that information from EXP. So anything that's currently on the market will pre-populate and update here. But when you have a new office exclusive that you're ready to enter, you'll just click on New Listing in the top right, and it'll prompt you through the whole process. So we'll say we're entering an office exclusive for EXP. It's going to ask me what kind of property this is. So I'll say it's a residential for sale. Say it's a single family home for this instance, and you'll enter the address. So we'll make something up. Sure, Delta Line Road sounds good to me. We'll say this is the address of my listing, and I'll click next. If I had a unit number, I could enter that. And that's going to create a draft for me. So from this moment on, it's going to save everything I do automatically kind of to the cloud until I publish it. So on this screen, you can see all of the different fields that are available for you to fill out. Not everything here is required. There are very few fields that are required to fill out, and I'll show you all of them. Most of these are optional. So regardless of how much or how little information you have on a listing, you can list it as an office exclusive with very little information. So one of those fields will be a status that will be required. You can say this is coming soon if you plan to go live on the MLS in the near future. You can say it's active if it's going to stay in the EXP exclusive network. This is the status of the listing inside of Zenlist, and it can always be updated. So everything we're doing now can be retroactively updated. You can enter the bare minimum today, and then tomorrow go out and fill the details. You can update this and keep it as a living, kind of breathing set of information based on how this listing progresses. So I'll say this one's coming soon, just for this example. If I have any photos, I can enter those. They're not required though. You'll be required to enter a total bedrooms. We'll say this one's a 2-bedroom. We'll say it's a 2-bath. And then you'll also need public remarks. So these will be any of the remarks that display to agents looking at this listing, as well as any clients that it's shared with. It can be as much as a beautifully crafted and edited property description, or as simple as, coming next month. I could type. It can be as much or as little as you have. I can list this today, and then, like I said, in a week or next week or tomorrow, come back and update this as I have more information, as I prepare this listing and fine tune all the details. Below all that, you have everything else. So there are a ton of fields you can enter. You can enter everything you may need. There's a search for a field option towards the top that will take you directly to the field you're looking for. If there's something specific you had in mind, like if it's a senior community, for instance, you can enter that and search for it here. But once you've added all of your information and you feel good about everything, you'll click to review and publish changes. And it'll double check you filled everything out. The field that I missed in this draft is the expiration date. And this is just going to be a date that your listing will automatically expire out of Zenlist. You'll get an email notification 24 hours before. So the day before your expiration date is set, you'll get a reminder that your listing is set to expire tomorrow. If you need to push it out, you can do that. If you need to bring it in before that expiration date, you can do it. It's all flexible, but it's just going to give you a reminder that you still have this office exclusive on Zenlist, and it'll help us to keep that database fresh. So I'll just choose, we'll go February 1st. We're going to go live on the MLS on February 1st, and it'll tell me that I'm ready to publish. From here, you would click publish in the bottom right, but I'm not going to click that because it's not a real listing. When you click this publish button, it's going to do a couple of things. It's going to add your listing to that map we started on, and it's also going to notify anyone who has a saved search for that criteria. When you create your account for Zenlist, you're actually going to have a saved search for your state already set up. So when I go to my clients tab, I'm using Eileen's test account, but my colleague Eileen, she has her personal feed here. And when I go to this little ... menu, there will be a saved search in here automatically for all of the office exclusives in my state. So any of the new office exclusives that are listed, you'll be automatically notified for. That way you can check out the details and choose to share it if it's a good fit for someone you may like. And any listings you add will also be shared to anyone else in your state so that they can share it with any clients that they may have or contact you for any more details. Okay, cool. Everything I've shown you so far can also be done from our mobile app. So I'll show you quickly what that looks like. It's very similar, and I'll swap my screens. But before I do that, I always like to talk about the help button in your account. So in that main navigation, just to the left of your account page is a little kind of question box with a question mark in it. And that's where you'll be able to contact our support team when you have questions. We've already covered a lot. And like I said, there's a whole other side to Zenlist that we won't touch on. So when you get stuck or when your clients get stuck and they need some tech support, use us as a resource. Everything we've built so far has been based on feedback from agents like yourself. So any feedback you have, any suggestions that you think might improve Zenlist, any ideas you have, feel free to share those here as well. Our support team is really responsive and they take really good care of everything. So use them as a resource. I might be a little biased, but I do think they're really great and they're here to help everything along the way as you're adopting and using this and listing new office exclusives. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing and then I'm gonna swap to my phone just so you can see what that looks like a little bit. It's always embarrassing how long this takes me to do to swap to my phone. iPhone. Do you have any questions about anything so far? Anything you're curious about?
I have a quick one, which is there a way to sort open houses?
Yeah, I can show you that. It's a great question. Let's see. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. Getting an error message. Let me try one more thing. I'm so sorry, guys.
No worries. And if it doesn't work for the app, I mean, most of our agents are pretty tech savvy and will likely be able to figure things out, reach out to you. So if that part doesn't work, don't stress.
Okay, I can't get it to load, so I'm gonna swap back to
And Jesse, and we need to do another session. We're okay with that. So don't feel like we have to cram everything into this one session. If we have to do this again, we can.
Yeah, of course. We can come back and do some more Q&A after people have signed up and they've tried some things and tested some things out. Whatever we can do, like I said, to help make it easy along the way.
Real quick, sorry, before you go, Jesse, is there, if they do add it as a pre-market listing on Zenlist and then it goes live on the MLS, is there going to then show 2 listings on Zenlist or?
It would, yeah. Okay. So when you go live, in a perfect world, your expiration date is the date you go live on the MLS. That way it all kind of like, the switch is really smooth and it happens. But plans change. So if that happens and you have to, you'll just expire out or update the status of your listing in ZenList. But the nice thing is that that's not reflected on your MLS listing. So outside of the EXP network, no one would really know that it was listed as an office exclusive. It doesn't have that pre-market days on market time or anything like that. So if you end up with two, you'll just want to update the office exclusive so that the primary one that's showing is the active MLS one.
And then if, like Karina was requesting, if you can pull up an example of all the EXP open houses, and let's just say Oakland or let's say Sacramento, an area where we serve, that way an agent can see like what is their opportunity to find more open houses. I think this would be super helpful for everybody.
Yeah, let me get to the right Oakland.
And then Jesse, while you're doing that, there's a question in the chat, and I've had a couple of agents hit me on Slack about they are already receiving ZenList through their MLS. I don't know if you already touched on it. Is there a way to integrate their current ZenList account, or
yes,
how does that work?
That's a great question. I'm gonna pause on that one real quick because it'll open a whole can of worms, and we'll talk about open houses, but that's a really good one. So we'll come back to the local MLSs.
Okay.
If I add Oakland to my map here, I can then go into my filters, and it should say I should have an option for here for open houses. In the filters option, I'm not seeing it. So I'll have to check with our product team and see if that was updated. Typically though, you'll also have in your personal agent feed, there's a folder that will group all the open houses together. So any of the areas that you work in frequently, or any of those markets like Oakland or Sacramento that you're interested in gaining more business and kind of using that open house feature, you can save yourself a search for those areas. And then as those open houses are added to the MLS, they'll come into this open house folder. And from here, you can either look at the tile views, which is how they'll have the tiles like this, or you'll also have a list view, which will give you kind of a consolidated list. You can actually export this list view as well if you work better in a spreadsheet like my brain does. And you can update the columns so that the information you're seeing here includes the open house details. So there's a lot of customization, and you can use it in a lot of different angles. I'll have to follow up with y'all on why that open house filter isn't populating, but I'll check with our product team and I'll send you guys an email this afternoon once I have some more information on it. For the local MLSs, this is a really good question. One of the optional upgrades with EXP is to connect your local MLS to your account. So EXP is covering the cost of this exclusive network, both databases of listings. You can have as many office exclusives, absolutely no cost, no credit card required. It's covered and provided to you by EXP. But there are also some MLSs that provide ZenList to their agents to connect with their local MLS. And if we are in a market that's supported, that we have the data from that local MLS, you can connect both. So then you have essentially three different databases. You would have the EXP MLS listings, you would have the exclusives, and then you would have your local MLS or the NorCal Alliance and all of the MLSs that apply there. So if you're already on ZenList with your local MLS, inside of your account page, so just your little person icon in that main navigation, there's going to be an MLS memberships here. I'm going to click into it because and I'm going to get this error message to upgrade because I'm in an EXP account. But if you're already with your local MLS, you shouldn't have this error message. You should be able to connect your EXP account if you're with SFAR or Barry's, which provide their agents with access to ZenList. And then if you're with like Contra Costa or any of those other MLSs in the Bay Area, you may need to upgrade to have both of those. It just depends on the specific MLS. And I can, if you want to drop it in the chat, or I can reach out to whoever later and kind of run over those details, but you'll be able to add your MLS membership here, which will then give you that third database of listings. Most commonly, we're running into this with SFAR and ferries, like I said, because those
Right.
MLSs also provide a version of Zenlist to their agents. So,
Okay, cool. And those, yep, both of those agents that have asked on this side, they're with SFAR. So thank you for that.
perfect. Perfect. So those two guys should be able to go into this MLSs. They won't get this error message to upgrade. They should be able to add it. And if they're having any trouble with it, use the help button to contact our support team. And they're really fast. We've seen this a handful of times. We have a good process in place to handle it, and they can help get you connected and set everything up for you. Great. What else? Any other questions? Nothing?
I think not right now, but I'm sure as we start diving into it, I'm sure the team's going to have some questions. But for now, I didn't see anybody else ask a question. Obviously being able to play around with it, looking at open houses, looking at all the off-market opportunities in all of our markets. It's going to be cool to be able to see this, show this to our consumers. So let's give one more chance. Anybody have any additional information, questions, anything that they want to add? All right, cool. Well, Jesse and Nolan, if we can lean on you guys in the future for more help as we are learning and navigating this new tool, that would be we'd be super grateful for that. So thank you for your time nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. We're on Workplace, so you can chat with us there. You can use our help team or our support team through the help button. You can contact us via email. We're happy to get back on any other calls or one-on-one trainings, anything we can do to help you or your clients. Just drop us a line. We're here to help y'all.
Jesse, let me just ask you, or Nolan, from just an advantage, a competitive edge, if we're working with our consumers, what are things that you're hearing when people introduce this program to their consumers as an advantage for them? Like, what is something that you hear, a marketing line, something that's truly working for agents that are using this at a high level? What does that sound like?
Yeah, Jesse, I'm happy to take that one. So I think there's a wide variety of things we've heard, but when you look at this offering, it's a really good solution, whether you specialize working with buyers, whether you specialize working with listings, or you're a hybrid of both. If you're a buyer's agent, you're primarily looking with buyers, think of the power that you'll actually be able to have when you're working with those buyers to try to figure out why they are working with you. You'll be able to tell them there's access to inventory that no one else will be able to provide unless they're working directly with you. And when you think about that power, as more and more listings come in here, a consumer is going to want to work where the path of least resistance is. So it's figuring out how to work that into your presentation for buyers to be able to articulate and show. And we've already seen EXP teams leading with this and have been seeing a lot more buyers agreements signed. From listings, it's pretty self-explanatory. Jesse did a great job of walking through the advantages that a client would want to offer private exclusive or an off-market listing. And then I think when you look at it from a recruiting perspective, Compass is probably the closest alternative to offering a solution like this. And even they are pretty limited by regional rules and offices. If you're looking to bring over agents from Compass in the Bay Area, this is a great tool that mimics their collection offering as well as their private exclusives. And it's a great way to show just the connectivity that you have around the country immediately. So it's a bit of a cop-out answer because there's a lot of different solutions, but I think as you realize and specialize in different areas, you'll be able to use this in a way that will make a big impact for your clients.
Perfect. Yeah, well said. Well, you guys, thank you, team. More information to come on this. Obviously, it's new. We're going to be navigating through the waters together as a collective, but I want to thank you guys for being here as our guests. Thank you, team. Looking forward to seeing you guys. Tune in tomorrow for group coaching because Joellen's going to give us a presentation on how she has leveraged Nextdoor to build her business and to get tons and tons of leads, seller leads. So tune in tomorrow. If you haven't got your tickets yet, make sure to get your tickets to Focus and Fire. Spread that news out to your community. And if you need anything at all, you know where to find us. So have an amazing, amazing day. And thank you guys all for your time. Peace.